Boundaries.
Aye.
Boundaries are an ongoing struggle for, I think, every couple because there's constantly things pulling us in every direction. Good things even.
Yeah.
Work is a good thing. Family is a good thing. Church volunteering is a good thing, but if we're not careful to set intentional boundaries, I think we can see it cause issues in our marriage.
Yeah.
So I think we'll find here in this video that boundaries are all about priorities. They're all about knowing what's most important to us as a married couple and why that thing is most important.
So going to God's word, Proverbs 25:28 says, "A man without self-control is like a city broken into and left without walls."
What a picture. Right? If you think about a city without walls, right? Back in those times, a city without walls was a death sentence.
Unprotected, yeah.
A city without boundaries was, in a sense, a death sentence, meaning that every night you're threatened by people pillaging, taking all of your food, all of your assets, everything. And so, in the same way, we have to set boundaries around what matters to us based on biblical priorities.
And I think oftentimes we can see boundaries as a bad thing of keeping things out, but really, God sets boundaries upon us, right? He gives us His word to guide and instruct us, to help us be obedient and show us the right way and what to keep in and what to keep out. Why? It's not only to keep things out, but to allow the things that are inside to grow,
to flourish.
To flourish.
Yeah. So here are 3 specific, I think, boundary areas that you can set for your marriage that I think could and will contribute to the health of your marriage. The first one is this. It's a time boundary. So what do you mean by that? Time is a limited resource. You only have so many hours in a day. It doesn't matter who you are, your status in the world. You only have 24 hours in a day, and you have to protect your time.
Yeah.
Specifically, if your marriage matters, you have to protect your time together. So making sure that you're setting aside quality time with your spouse, not just time on your phones in bed before you fall asleep or doing kind of mindless things, but actually having good conversations, connecting over quality time.
All right, the second one is the reconciliation boundary, which sounds kind of funny, right? What do you mean? Reconcile. We are committed to reconciling and working through things, and we're going to put that boundary there that we're not just going to run off whenever things get hard. We're not just going to say things we regret and walk away, but there's this boundary around us that we are going to sit, we're going to stay, we're going to work this out, and we're going to reconcile because we're committed to that. This is what our covenant is about.
So good. And the third boundary is what we're calling the adversary advocate boundary, meaning that your marriage needs more advocates. Gotta get that word right. Needs more advocates than adversaries. And so sometimes you have friends that maybe you're going through a hard time and they can sense that your marriage isn't everything that you want it to be. Are your friends advocating for your marriage, or are they being adversarial against your marriage? If you set that boundary in place, you'll say, I will never speak ill of my spouse. Doesn't mean that you have to pretend everything's perfect. It's just that you're not going to say things that are divisive to the bedrock of your marriage, to the covenantal bond that you have with your spouse. And that's a boundary that I think you can set and adhere to as a married couple.
Yeah, it's important to recognize what voices are bearing weight on your marriage and how you are viewing your spouse. If these are, again, are adversaries, then you probably aren't going to put as much weight. And like you said, you probably won't even bring up your marriage or some of the marital issues. And that's okay, because that's a boundary that you've set. But having people that are advocating for your marriage, your Christian community, counselors, pastors, mentors, people that are for you, are so important for us to have, because again, they help refocus, they help bring us back together about the important things and purposes that God has given us for our marriage.
Right. So as you can see, boundaries in marriage are so irreplaceable. Hopefully this was encouraging to you. We'll see you in the next video. Until next time,
stay fierce.